at what Utkarsh Dave has said. Here's the big question. Now, a lot of questions are being made, a lot of, inquiries are going to be ordered at several levels. But the simple thing is, this ferry seems to be in a dilapidated situation. This ferry obviously was flouting rules as well. And as I said, there are protocols of manifold levels that have been violated in this particular case, possibly at all levels, including the official level, possibly the Navy as well as the private ferry owners. But here we're talking about the permissions, the inspections that are supposed to happen. Where is it happening?
Exactly. Sneha, I've been listening to the Commodore, and he had a lot of technical things to say. And with due respect, his knowledge cannot be disputed. One thing I understand and I agree. See, as a BJP spokesperson over here, I may speak about the Navy, the lapses that has happened. But to support that, what I could see from the video that you have showed on your channel is the throttle. I think, and 110%, the new, the Navy captain who are being trained, or the pilot, or the whatever the navigators they are called, I feel the throttle was stuck over there. There was no proper people to guide this gentleman who was learning on this machine over there.
No, see, what you are saying is a matter of assumption, sir. We may assume what may have gone wrong, and you all have the right to do that. It's fair enough. But here's the question. We will get to know what happened, and we have the right to get to know what happened, particularly the families who have gone through this harrowing experience. We don't take it away from that. But I don't want insinuations at this point. A very simple question that both the panelists have asked. Where were the inspections that were supposed to be done? And as I said, there is no way that we are not asking the Navy the questions. But we're also asking the other side the questions as well. And that is important to drive the point.
Exactly. What happened? What this maritime board, what he said, there were people who are not competent and ministers relative and all that. It is totally humbug. The maritime board, I know for a fact, is doing a very good job. They have their checks and balances. What has gone wrong is that overloading of that private ferry that was there. Just 3 months back, if you remember, Sneha, what had happened in Goa, full of people, overcrowded, overloaded, just sunk into the sea, and lots of people, I guess some 40 to 70 people lost their life. Checks and balances need to be there. People need to be booked. You cannot take lives of people so easily. This needs to be done.
Whose responsibility is it?
The BMC and those officials need to be roped in.
Accidents after accidents. I mean, Ali Daruwala, let me just get in visuals at this point. If you can play those visuals. Today we had BMC officials hand out life jackets. If you can have those visuals. BMC officials went out and handed out life jackets. What is this optics?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Wholly and solely the administration is responsible. Administration is responsible for everybody's life over here. We cannot shrug our responsibilities. This was certain sectors that are neglected. The BMC, the Maritime Board, and the administration need to wake up, not wait for another big calamity to happen. I'm telling you, every citizen's life is very important. And now, since you've taken it up so fiercely on your prestigious channel, everybody will wake up, including me. We will ask questions, and this is not going to happen. And this was one sector which was neglected. They thought that nothing will happen. Everything is hunky-dory. It has time and again proven, no, things are not happening right. People are violating rules over here. Ferry owners are just to rake in money. They are doing whatever they need to do. Unless and until we book certain people, bring them to law and send them behind bars, these people are not going to wake up. I can assure you, Sneha ma'am, that things are going to start rolling. Heads will roll. Answers will be out. It has just happened at this point in time. We have rolled out 2 lakh rupees to the families of the people who have died, 50,000 to who they are injured. Though this is a very thing, we cannot replace the sorrow with this minimal amount. But here the government is trying to do, and we are very, very sincere, and life is gone.
And nobody
100%.
questions the need of a compensation or a relief. That is necessary. Many of these would be breadwinners for their families. So that is definitely needed.
We cannot wipe the grief with 2 lakhs.
Compensation and reliefs happen accidents after accidents, mishaps after mishaps, tragedies after tragedies. India seems to be great at doling out these reliefs. as important as they are, India seems to be extremely weak at ensuring that these accidents don't happen again and again. I'm being told Commodore Rai, we've lost line with Commodore Rai, but Utkarsh Dave, if I can get you in. I mean, Ali Daruwala here on the show said that things will move. The government will do all it takes for a ministry, for a sector that they think now has been neglected for long. How do you look at this? As a petitioner who has been part of several such disasters, how do you look at what Ali Daruwala, the official spokesperson for BJP, has just said?
I took it very affirmative. I took it in very affirmative sense, but I may also tell you, I tell it with very grave importance to you today on your news channel, on your prestigious news channel, and that would be this wise. When a tragedy happened in Gujarat state, taking away life of 135 people, similarly, there were tickets on the tickets were sold in black to go on that bridge with no sign, nothing. People were saying that there are tickets sold in a grey way to go on that bridge. So that is another aspect. Let's not talk about it. But the concern is, I was telling you this and you stopped, that after registration of an FIR, understand this thing very gravely, sir, ma'am. After registration of an FIR, you enter into a probe. The government orders a probe. Let us understand that probe may be an S.I.T, a special investigation team established to scrutinize some event that has happened. Now, so far as law is concerned, one FIR, one charge sheet, what relevance will that probe or that S.I.T have in trial? 0%. Even if that S.I.T report says this person is responsible and one person is charge sheeted, that S.I.T doesn't have any relevance in trial.
Why?
So that is the question, that why do these people
has no role and no relevance?
So much hurry that the big fishes are being left off?
Here's my question, Mr. Dave. Why does an S.I.T and its findings not have relevance to the findings and the arguments in the court? I don't understand that.
That you may ask to all the people who are representing the government from your side, that what is the hurry they have in registering an FIR so eminently in hurriedly that they register an FIR on small fishes and sharks have been left off. For example, I'll tell you something very importantly.
Ali
in
Daruwala,
Vadodara, when tragedy happened,
Ali Daruwala, please
Gujarat
respond.
High Court took the PIL and two collectors from Vadodara are facing disciplinary inquiry now. So it is only
Ali
after
Daruwala,
the judiciary intervening and then you are taking
there's an FIR which will be filed, there will be action taken and so on and so forth, but it's just the fish at the ground here. Even in this particular case, there will not be the big sharks that will be, action against them. Is that how you look at this, Mr. Daruwala?
No, that's why I'm coming to it, Sneha.
He's saying big sharks, and I was just not understanding, what does he mean by big sharks? Is there some scam that is happening over here? Are we doing some misappropriation of funds? Accident has happened. A ferry owner who runs a business for the greed of money is overloading.
I'll explain to you, Ali Daruwala. And, we're going to have a show in a short while from now at 7:30 to our viewers. If you want to see what's been the trail for this travesty of justice and disaster after disaster striking just the unassuming Indians who may be having a frolicking time, enjoying themselves with their family, series of them in the past, and how this plays out time and again. That's the show to watch at 7:30 with my colleague Ashish Parekh. But coming back to you, Ali Daruwala, here's my thing, and what Utkarsh Dave was saying at this point, that, look at the unaccounted tickets. Tickets without any stamp, tickets without any time, tickets mentioning nothing, being sold to people, overcrowding on the ships. This can't be just because of so-called quote-unquote pawns on the ground. This can't be because of them. There's obviously been oversight, you may say criminal or non-criminal or whatsoever, by people in the top hierarchies as well. But obviously the FIR is not going to see them face the action. And I don't have Commodore with me. I think I would have asked the same question of Navy as well, but to you, for what the government can do.